Good morning children. Welcome to 10th Standard English online class. I'm Shahanas, your English teacher. I would like to deal the English textbook First Flight. First Flight. This year I'm going to deal with First Flight. Let's see what's there in the first lesson. Okay. Yes, it's a story written by G.L. Fuentes. It's a beautiful and heart-touching story. A letter to God. What's the name of the lesson? A letter to God. A letter to God. It's written by G.L. Fuentes. Written by G.L. Fuentes. Before entering into the lesson, let me give you some idea about the author. The name of the author, I told you, it is G.L. Fuentes. His full name is Gregorio Lopez Y. Fuentes. He was a Mexican novelist, poet and a journalist also. He was one of the leading chroniclers of Mexican Revolution. That's about G.L. Fuentes. Okay, before going to the story, we need to know something more. Have you ever gone to post office? Okay, why do we go there to post office? To send letters, to send money orders, to deposit money in the SB accounts. Am I right, children? Yes. Have you ever sent or received money order in your life? If yes, it's okay. If no, no problem. This year we need to know how to fill a money order form. Okay, before filling a money order form, we should know some new words. It's related with this money order form. They are, first one, counter, counter, counterfoil, counter clerk. Let's write counter clerk. Then after that, appropriate, appropriate. Then acknowledgement, acknowledgement. Then counterfoil, counterfoil. Oh, that's all. Listen, counter. Everyone knows what is a counter. In every office we can see the counters. It's partially covered. Yes or no? A place which is partially covered and a clerk or someone is sitting there. Am I right? Okay, that is counter, and the counter clerk, the clerk who is sitting inside the counter. Okay, next one, appropriate. Appropriate means what? Suitable. Then acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is nothing but a receipt of money which we are giving, and we can consider it as a proof. We can keep it in our we can keep it in our file as a record. Then next one, counterfoil. Counterfoil also nothing but it's a part of a check or a form. These are the words we need to know before filling a MO form. Okay, MO form means money order form. See children, for sending a money order, we should go to the post office, right? Inside the post office, what are the procedure we need to follow there? First, inside the post office, go to the counter marked money order. There is a counter there, it is marked money order. We need to go there first. Then, buy a money order form by paying 50 paise to the person behind the counter. After that, filling the appropriate boxes in the form preferably. That means we need to fill the box very clearly with appropriate information. Pay the counter clerk the amount of money to be sent along with the charges. We need to give the money what we have decided to send somebody. That money, along with that we have some service charges also. That also we need to give along with it. To whom? To the clerk who is sitting in the counter. Okay, then take back the MO acknowledgement counterfoil for your record. And I told you acknowledgement is a receipt, the amount of money is written there. So don't forget to take the acknowledgement form. Okay, that's about the filling of MO form, and in the next page you can see the money order form. Let's see what are the details we need to enter there. First one, there are 3 sections in a money order form. Can you see there are 3 sections? First section it is money order form, second section it's only for the official use, and the third one it is MO acknowledgement form. Okay, in the money order form we need to write the amount of money in letters, and also there is one column. Inside that column we need to write it in numbers. Then 2 addresses we need to write very clearly to whom we decided to send the money. Their address very clearly we need to write here. The one who receives our money is called payee, and we need to write the receiver's name whom we decided to send the money. That receiver's name we need to write here very clearly in the to address. And PIN code. PIN code is postal index number. There is a column here you can see. And the next one I told you it's completely for the official use. And the third one, MO acknowledgement form. Here also we need to write MO number, money order number, then sender's name and address. Sender's name, who is the sender? If I am sending the money, my name I need to write here, and my address also I need to write here very clearly. Then PIN code, okay, postal index number. After that, this portion we cannot do anything. It is for the purpose of writing the received rupees, how much rupees he received, the payee received. Okay, that is needed to write only after receiving the money. Next one, signature of the payee, that is also very must here, but this payee's signature taking only after receiving the money. Okay, these all are about this MO acknowledgement form, and we should take back the MO acknowledgement form and we can keep it in our file as a record. That's about money order form. Children, let's move to the lesson. I told you it's a very good story, a heart-touching story, a letter to God. It's written by Fuentes. I gave you the information about Fuentes, right? Okay, let me enter into the story. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. What's the meaning of crest? Top of a hill. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. It's telling about the hero of the story. Who's the hero? Not hero. The main character of the story, Lencho. The name of the main character of the story is Lencho. Lencho is a poor farmer, okay, a poor hard-working farmer. It is the story of Lencho. Where is Lencho's house? The only one in the entire valley. Lencho's house in a solitary place. His house only there in that valley, sat on the crest of the low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers that always promised a good harvest. And around his house, we can see Lenjo's field. This field is full of corn plants, and now the corn field is ready to harvest. It is going to get harvest. It is fully covered. It is fully covered with flowers on the corn plants. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. But Lenjo, as a good farmer, he knows before harvesting or before getting a good harvest, he needs a good rain. The earth needs a good rain. The only thing that earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower, at least a small rain. Throughout the morning, Lenjo, who knew his fields intimately, had one thing, nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Lenjo knew his earth very well. The heartbeat of his earth also he knew very well. So Lenjo realized that the earth needs some downpour very urgently. Now we are going to get some water. The woman who was preparing supper. His wife, he called his wife woman. That woman, his wife, she was preparing supper. And Lenjo looked outside and he said, "Oh, there's a chance of rain. Now we are going to get a rain." And his wife also very supportive. What did she tell here? Yes, God willing. If God willing, we'll get a good rain. Don't worry. The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all. When they were in the talking, they were in the chat. Their younger ones were playing around the house and the elder ones, they were working in the field. So Lenjo's sons also helping him in the field. That we can see there, and they worked there until gets their mother's call. It was during the meal that, just as Lenjo had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. According to Lenjo's prediction, we heard that he said his wife, there is a chance of rain today. It is cloudy. There is a chance of rain. We are going to get some rain. According to Lenjo's prediction, big drops of rain began to fall. So on that day, when they were eating, when they were taking their meal, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet, so all these are very good sign of a good shower. The man went out for no other reason than to have a pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. When it was raining, Lenjo was very happy. He went outside, nothing for, just only to get the raindrops on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, "These aren't raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins." What did he say about it? The raindrops, they are not only raindrops, they are the coins, new coins coming from the sky. They are new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s. Lenjo considered each raindrop as a coin. The bigger ones he considered as a 10-cent piece, and also the small raindrops he considered as 5. What is here the author says? Because Lenjo is expecting a very good crop this year, and also he will earn a good amount of money by selling these crops. That was his expectation. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers, draped in a curtain of rain, and also he found his cornfield full of flowers. Now it's covered with the raindrops, like a cover, like a blanket. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. But suddenly, what happened? These raindrops changed into hailstorm. Do you know what is hailstorm? Yes, the showering of ice. This truly did resemble new silver coins, and it's similar like silver coins. Big drops of big piece of ices started to rain, started to shower. This truly did resemble new silver coins. The boys exposing themselves to the rain, but the boys, they don't know the consequences of this hailstorm. They were playing outside. They were just playing with these hailstones as a frozen pearl. They considered this as a frozen pearl, and they started to play with it when the hailstorm started. "It's really getting bad now," exclaimed the man. Now Lencho realized the happiest rain, it is changed into a hailstorm. And Lencho, he understood that the thing is not going to be fine. He exclaimed the man, "I hope it passes quickly." And in the beginning, he thought this hailstorm will pass quickly. It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield. And you see the hailstones at the time of hailstorm. It rained everywhere very heavily, and it covered all the field. It showered over the field, over his house, and all over the valley. On the whole valley, the field was white. Now the field is completely white, as if covered with salt. Not a leaf remained on the trees. You see, after the hailstorm, not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. All the crops which are going to harvest recently, and all the crops now get destroyed. The storm had passed. He stood in. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. Lencho was very much unhappy. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field. When the storm had passed, Lencho went outside. He stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, "A plague of locusts would have left more than this." Lencho was very much unhappy, and he said to his sons, "Even a plague, even a group of locusts, even a group of insects comes here. At least they would leave something here. But now, this hailstorm, it did not keep anything here on the field. He perished the all crops of that year. The hail was left nothing. That hail, The hail did not show any kind of kindness to keep anything there for Lenjo and his family. This year we'll have no corn. So very sadly, very sorrowfully, Lenjo said to his sons, this year we'll have no corn. That night was sorrowful one. All our work for nothing, he said to his children. We worked a lot in our field, but everything for nothing. There is no one who can help us, and no one is there to help us also. We all go hungry this year, and this year surely we'll go hungry. Lenjo was very much upset because this year they have no crops to sell. He won't get any money, and also he cannot take care of his family. So Lenjo was very much unhappy. That's the ending of the first portion. Children, there are some questions related to the first portion given here in page number 5. Okay, let me read the question. What did Lenjo hope for? And why did Lenjo say the raindrops were like new coins? That's the second question. And the third question, how did rain change? What happened to Lenjo's fields? What were Lenjo's feelings when the hail stopped? Okay, there are 4 questions here. You should do all these questions in your notebook and need to write all the answers by reading this textbook. You should read the textbook today itself. Okay, and read and write all the answers today itself in your notebook and send me to the WhatsApp. Now it is the time for winding up. Thank you. Let me sign out. Have a nice day.